The desert stretches wide, a canvas of the sunlit horizons and ancient secrets. Beneath its sand lies power, a mask that whispers of creation, of rewriting the world as you see fit. It is a test, a chance to harness the will of a trickster, to outwit chaos itself. The ley lines hum with potential, their pathways converging at the heart of the storm. Here the brave can carve a legacy, reshaping the balance of the secret world. Choose wisely, tread carefully, and the mask's power could be the key to salvation. New dawn awaits those daring enough to seize it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Tabletop Almanac. My name is Simon. I am the host of the channel, and in this episode we are bringing you an actual play that I am very excited for. In fact, I have been waiting for this longer than I would have thought, because back in 2013 I thought, why don't I just file off the serial numbers of the Secret World and make my own Savage World setting? Well, I didn't, so I didn't waste any time, because now the official Savage Worlds, The Secret World game is out from Star Anvil Studios. And with me in this episode are two familiar faces to the channel. We have Rob and Ray, and we will have a third, hopefully, next session. But plot-wise, this definitely does work. So, if you are a fan of The Secret World from way back when, then you kind of know exactly what we're getting into. And if you aren't, I have recorded a review that will give you some idea of it. But my suggestion is to get the book. It's got all the stuff in it. It's got more stuff than I know, because I never got past Solomon Island. That's the first place in the game. But Ray, you went all the way to the end with every single faction? Yep. And Rob, you never even touched it.
No, I went through the tutorial and that's it.
Okay.
A friend showed it to me once, and then we did the whole oh yeah, we'll get together, we'll play this, and then never did.
Never did.
Yeah,
that's the way it goes.
Happens often.
Yep. But now's your chance to play it outside of a computer form. So, this is Wicked Masks. This is a secret world set in Arizona. I've never been to Arizona. It seems like it's too hot for me. But I do think it's kind of cool. And I like the idea of the desert and a variety of things. If you've watched one of the trailers for this, then you'll have a rough idea of the overall goings-on. But maybe I'll put up the Templar dossier that these two got to listen to, giving them a few more of their specific orders, and revealing a little more about the setting itself. This is non-canonical. I have made it up semi-whole cloth. Everyone gets influenced by something, and here we are. So, all the factions are represented in Arizona, all of them, including the Phoenicians and Orochi. And, of course, there are people that don't play with the factions who are going to be here. But I'll tell you, the overall mission that they've been sent on has to do with an artifact and some Orochi being Orochi and meddling and digging deep, the way people do, and then bad stuff happens. That's kind of a trademark of Orochi. So, before we get into that and get into the session, why don't you two introduce your characters? Tell us who they were before they became a bee and joined their faction, in this case, for both of you, the Templars, and what they do now that they are part of the secret world. Rob, why don't we start with you?
All right. I'm playing Jaden Smalls, an ex-police officer turned private eye, who never really fit in towards playing by the rules, which is interesting that he got, recruited by the Templar. But he always kind of knew that there was something up, and always kind of felt like things weren't quite working the way they were supposed to. So when he went through his awakening and learned about the secret world, he joined the Templars basically to continue his role as an investigator. So his primary function is to investigate things that maybe the more militant Templar should take a closer look at, and that's his thing. Very very noir-esque, long leather trench coat type thing.
One note, something from the video game that I really kind of liked was that no one really reacted to the costume changes and the outfit changes, and typically in MMOs people don't, right? Like they're not programmed to do that. But because a lot of the NPCs, or not a lot, some of the NPCs do sort of reference you as, oh yeah, those people that are starting to show up in all these supernatural occurrences and acting all official, and even get referred to as superheroes at times. I thought, you know what? Yeah, of course. Wear what you want, and it's totally cool. No one's gonna bat an eye at you. You're the weird person from out of town anyway, so why would they, care that much? So if you want to wear a long trench coat in the Arizona desert, power to you. If you want to show up in flippers and deep sea diving suit, somebody out there in the secret world does that. So if you want to wear full Templar regalia, by all means. I'm not really going to make an issue of it. Do what's cool. Okay, Ray.
Ray, I'm playing David Graham, who was a community center worker. He helped with the youth programs before he got called by the bees, and now he works for the Templars, and that is not what he does at all. He, as Rob said, they're militant style Templars, and David is definitely one of them. Carries a big sword and a big hammer.
Nice. Okay. And why don't each... So because they were pretty present in the video game in one fashion or another, why don't you mention your archetypes for those who have read the book so far? So what are each of you? I can guess. David's. Yeah. David, you're a...
Me. Yeah. I'm a demolisher.
Yeah. And Jaden?
I'm a trickster.
Nice. Okay.
So I have the pistols and the chaos magic.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Okay. And so we'll begin in just a moment. We are none of us complete rookies to Savage Worlds. But I wouldn't say we're old hands at it. So, we'll get there along the way. One of the things that we'll be looking at while we play is how does it feel? Does it feel like a heroic horror action game? Is it spooky? Does it have, some of that stuff is outside the rules, but I guess Ray and myself and Crow, when he is here, will be able to point more towards, does it feel like the game, and so on and so forth. Rob, if you start playing it, then you're more than welcome to chime in on that, of course.
Yeah.
But until then, okay.
Yeah. And we are playing seasoned characters.
Yes, that's right.
So for those of you that are wondering the power level of our characters, so we are seasoned.
You are.
Yes.
not spring chickens in the secret world. You have been around a little bit, and I decided that because I don't know how it will go based on what gets thrown at them, and it'd be nice to give them a little bit of an edge. No pun intended. So we'll see. Maybe they'll mow through them. Maybe in this session they'll both be killed and then just resurrect, because that's what the bees do. So we begin. Stepping from the Agartha portal, from the roots of a lone tree surviving in the middle of the desert, you take in the heat and the smells and the vibrancy of this place. This place has weight to it. It doesn't look, it's not a forest, it's not a coastal place where you feel nature and Gaia simply buffeting you with their presence. This is a patient one. This is the long game. Your orders from Senior Operative Elias Gray of the Templars is to investigate the doings of the Orochi Corporation, the presence of the Children of the Coil, a cult that has a strange fixation on probability manipulation. And if you get the chance, stop by Tombstone, see what's going on with all those ghosts that keep coming back. The Templars don't care about it driving away tourism. That might be more of an Illuminati thing. But having all these ghosts running around that town, it can't be good for anybody. There are rumors that Orochi may have unearthed something, or that they know of something and are attempting to unearth it. An artifact of the secret world, a powerful item that could tip the balance for whoever holds it. You step out from the Agartha portal, and before you is the desert and the highway. It's a little run down, but it's still there. According to your maps, the closest town is called Jericho Gap, and at the very least, that's not a bad place to get out of the heat and begin your investigation. Side note, all of the names, people, and places in this are not intended to resemble anyone in the real world or any place in the real world, even if it shares a name with it. In some cases, I have fictionalized places so that there isn't a name even shared. So, if you're from Arizona or you know it very well and it's like, that to you, don't come at me, because this is the secret world, Arizona. Okay, in my secret world, Arizona. All right. So Gray wasn't considerate enough to leave a vehicle next to the portal, so you're forced to walk under the sun. But it's not the worst thing. It gives you the ability and time to sort of get your bearings, feel the ground beneath your feet, discuss anything that tactics, plans, and so on and so forth. As you walk, and as you start to see a couple of buildings in the distance, you have something flashed before your eyes. And this isn't, this can't be heat stroke. You haven't been out here that long, and, well, you're bees, so the chances of that affecting you is slim to none. The desert sky cracks open like a wound, and you see a masked figure standing before a spiral drawn in sand. Their mask shifts. Human, coyote, and then your face. Each of you seeing yourself. And then it fades. And you're left standing out here again.
How far away were we from this
thing? You know, it was one of those visions where you're far away, but you can still make out everything that's going on over there. The sky, the wound bled an inky darkness out of it, very similar to the filth.
Okay.
And otherwise, the mask was a very a very angular representation of the coyote, but you knew that in your mind and in your essence what each image was supposed to be. Okay, so you got a few buildings off in the distance. What do you do?
Well, first I'll say to David, did you see that too?
Yes, definitely saw that. You're the occult expert. I have no idea what any of this actually means.
Yeah. I am going to try to make an occult roll to try to discern whether I could recognize what that was.
Okay.
I also have some edges that may help me or may not. You're going to have to let me know.
Sure.
So I have the Know the Signs edge, which is +2 roll to me, rolls to identify symbols, discern its hidden meanings, that sort of thing. I don't know if that applies to the mask. I don't know if it applies here or not. So,
well, you know what
yeah.
we'll do is you'll make your roll, and I'll tell you what you get, and if that 2 would bump you into anything new, it'll be directly relevant to that.
All right. That sounds good. And then I don't think alertness would help me here because we saw it, right? So.
Do you want to use the buzzing?
Oh, remind me what that is again?
So the buzzing is like the collective unconscious of the bees that's always kind of whispering, and you can use it to support a skill roll. You spend a power point and make a focus roll. Then each success and raise gives you a +1 bonus to that skill roll, unless you get a critical failure.
Yeah.
But it does actually inflict fatigue upon you, so...
Well, it can.
It can, yeah.
Oh, but it doesn't if I succeed, right?
No, it's for every raise you get.
Yeah.
You get a level fatigue.
Ooh, okay.
Up to 2. So basically, if you roll but don't roll too well, you're fine.
Yeah.
I guess my question is can you choose not to take the raises? Or is it, if you roll really well, then you're...
No, I'm pretty sure this is like you roll really well.
Yeah.
Like, you're calling on the buzzing to support you, and...
I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to use it. So I'll start with the focus. So that is... Jeez. So that's a 10 and a 2. So that is a 10. So I think that's a raise. So I do get 1 level of fatigue.
You get +2 to your roll.
And +2 to your roll. Yeah.
All right. And then switch that over for my D8 occult. So that's a 5 on the die. So +2 would be 7. And if and if I get if know the signs were to help me, then it would be a 9. So 7 or 9.
All right. So let's talk about a 7 and then specifics of the 9. So you're really sort of trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, identify what that was. Like, was it a creature? Was it like a vision meant to portend the future? Understand sort of exactly what we just saw.
Okay, so a couple possibilities. So coyote itself in Navajo mythology, so highly relevant to this area, is revered, but is also a troublemaker and irresponsible kind of character. It can be funny, fearsome, both sides of this. Very much a trickster. Seeing him there and seeing the change of the mask, could denote he has some, or the entity in the secret world known as Coyote has some scheme going, some plan of action, or potentially the mask itself is relevant. Then when we raise it to that 9 with the signs, seeing yourselves there probably clearly suggests that not only would you have a role in this, but you would also the potential for you to be the one holding this mask is also there. A variety of probabilities.
Okay.
In action. The dragon would love it.
I will relate this to David so that he's aware. So I think beyond the Orochi and the Children of the Coil, there could be a trickster spirit involved as well. But that could actually be a good thing, because traditionally they were tricksters in a way where you learned lessons, not necessarily just destroyed you. Right. But anyways, now that I'm tired, I'm feeling the heat way worse than I was before. And I wasn't really, I'm from Chicago, so this heat's getting to me no matter what. So
Right.
I think our next move should be try to get back to someplace with air conditioning.
But those buildings in front of us.
Yeah.
Would probably suffice. Before we go, the question: how subtle do we want to be? I am not exactly dressed subtly right now, and I point to my attire. I'm in a large ivory leather trench coat with red accents. My duffel bag has the Templar logo right on it. I am very much the opposite of subtle right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, do you have a subtle option?
I can take off the trench coat, put on a t-shirt. My weapons are in my bag anyway.
Is it the official T-shirt with the red cross on it as well?
Probably not.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to say what we're walking into. I think we're going to get marked as out of towners no matter what. So
that's true.
I guess it really matters about how many other out of towners have come in. Let's keep the weapons hidden.
I mean, I'm always going to have a weapon on me. That's that like I point to my back. I have like a short sword strapped to my back.
Yeah.
Underneath my weapon, underneath my clothing.
Nice.
And I mean, and I point to the chaos conduit that's on my back, because the chaos conduits are apparently that you carry them on your back, and then you use your hands.
They're like a big circular shield looking thing.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a wind chime type thing.
Yeah. So I think anybody that knows about bees are going to know who we are. I think we just got to make sure we don't scare the locals too much, and we should be fine. But I don't think there's any hiding that we're, that we're working for somebody.
I mean, that'd be clear. Because I'm more concerned about the locals right now.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problems announcing who I work for to other bees. That's my attire.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. You don't know what the other factions are up to here specifically. You do know that they're present. They have agents and operatives in the field. But, up until this summons, it's really been a wait and watch sort of situation. None of the factions actually claiming this as their territory or anything. But I mean, the Illuminati, but only because the Illuminati thinks they own everything anyway.
Right. Yeah, so I think we should be okay going in like this, because we're not going to be the first strange people around here, I don't think.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's fine with me.
Right.
I'm gonna be not the subtle one anyway.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just keep our various jackets on and stuff. I'll move my chaos symbol to underneath my trench coat, just so that it's like a little less, so I'm not announcing exactly what to expect from me.
Yeah.
But other than that, we can head forward.
Okay.
And I think we're heading to those buildings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. You both have your official Templar phone with you, I assume. No.
Yes.
Okay. You're
got fancy ones.
You can see the building closest to you is actually looks like a diner. It is a time capsule from the 50s. Neon flickering against the sky. The sun is starting to set. It's getting a little later in the afternoon. And you see Maggie's Grill up there. Beyond, it seems to be the sort of the first point of the town, and then the rest of it. Yeah, you can see a little further along. This is sort of this is the roadside diner, the greeting point for anyone coming to Jericho Gap.
All right. Well, I think I've found many a good clue in my day, local diners and coffee shops, so I think that's where we should start.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And we'll head there.
So, stepping inside, it's much as you expect it to look like. So, when I say faded roadside diner from the 50s, whatever image you get in your head is the correct one. The air smells of coffee, grease. There's a jukebox in the corner playing an Elvis tune, which occasionally gets into a bit of a warble, as the record must be a little warped. Behind the counter, there's a middle-aged woman, short, curly hair, white apron over kind of pink diner, waitress uniform sort of thing, and she's kind of moving up and down the counter pouring coffee. Over in a booth there, you see these two old guys getting a bit of a heated discussion or argument. You spot there's a checkerboard between the two of them. Make a notice roll, each of you.
Okay. So I've got alert as well. So that's a 7 for me.
Okay.
That's a 4 for me.
Okay. So you do both notice the cook places an order for pickup, and then he seems to be the first to, I wouldn't say necessarily acknowledge, but register your presence. And you see his eyes narrow just a bit, not in an intimidating way, just, like, who are these people and what are they doing here? Kind of way. At which point, after dropping off the order onto the counter, the waitress looks over. Oh, welcome, the two of you.
Hey, thank you. I'll have a seat. Just say, could I get coffee, a tall glass of water?
Coffee and, well, you're already a tall glass of water, aren't you?
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Name's Maggie. You folks passing through? You ain't from around here.
No, we're passing through, but we might be here for a short while, not too long. I'm Jade.
Nice to meet you.
I'm David.
David. Well, welcome. This is my grill. You can see the menu there. It's probably what you would expect, but Sonny there does make it pretty well.
Thanks.
So, makes a nice burger.
I will check the menu. I'll do all the normal customer things.
Nope.
I'm a normal customer. I am ordering and perusing the offerings at this establishment.
I already know what I want to order, so I just look at it, glance, make sure they have it, and I order some Navajo tacos and a margarita.
All right.
Yeah. And I'll order something. I'll order the burger and fries, classic burger and fries. These places always have, they never screw those up.
No. Well, not if they intend to stay in business, huh?
No.
So, all right. So you sit there. Maggie takes your order, passes it to Sonny, and just kind of take it in.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of people here. The two old guys arguing over checkers. They're getting a little animated. Watching them, you have this image of like lifelong best friends, never leaving the town. Maybe having families of their own at some point, but always kind of coming back together, finding their way to each other over and over again. The conversation or the argument does seem to be a bit unnecessary.
Right.
They're arguing a point of checkers rules, which has been well established, but it almost seems like they're enjoying it.
Yeah. All right. So how big's this town? Just thinking like are we in like a tiny town or?
Yeah, from your intel, it's not like the Old West. Here's one row of buildings. Here's another row of buildings. Done. It's a little more expansive than that, but that does sort of seem like its roots built up around something like that. So there is the main street through town, where all the stores are and things like that, and then it does spread out a little bit, and there are houses
Right.
along the way. There's a trailer park not too far out.
So as we're kind of eating and stuff, I'll ask Maggie, if if we were thinking we were going to stay a few days, is there a motel or hotel in town that you'd recommend?
Yeah, there's a motel. It, well, continue down the road. You'll pass the gas station. Um, you'll you'll get to the main street. It's actually on the opposite side of all places. It's it's nothing extravagant, but the beds are clean, the rooms are tidy. Um, I've never heard of anyone having like bed bugs or anything like that there, or lice. You know, so I think
That's good to hear.
yeah, I think you
Good.
should be okay.
And what about? And our business is mostly by day, so anything interesting to get up to at night around here?
Oh, uh, well, there's a sort of community center hall, and then the church
Okay.
does bingo, and
Right.
we have some stuff. We're not a big place here.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of try to keep her talking and try to see if I can, subtly move the conversation around to, if there's anybody else been through here, if, any other, get her to start gossiping. That's what I'm really trying to do here.
Okay.
You know. Could I roll maybe persuasion? See if I can get her chatting? Yeah. All right.
I'll support it.
All right.
All right. Whew.
Succeeded, so you get a +1.
All right, so that's a 15 on the dice.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
663. Yeah, so that's a 16, and I don't really have any thing I think that's going to help me with this. But still, that's a good roll.
That is a good roll. Okay. So you're just trying to get like all the stuff, like what's going on.
Yeah, like just get her talking, the way these people, the way people that have a boring job often will just start, chatting it up whenever they get a chance,
Sure. All right. So it's interesting, you two coming in here all dressed like that. Are you with the other people that came in recently?
I mean, it's possible there's a convention nearby. That's why we are here.
A convention
Yes.
in Jericho?
Yeah.
Gap?
Somewhere nearby. They send us to all sorts of places. Some kind of corporate retreat thing, probably. Who knows?
Is this like Coachella? And you're all out in the desert for this retreat, or?
Yeah, I think it's more like team building exercises out in the desert type thing. It's supposed to all come together. Who was it that
Yes.
that you saw?
There's been a group came in. They said they were from a university, but they don't look like they're from a university. They're a little too clean cut, if you know what I mean. Like these look like corporate city folk,
Right.
and they were wanting to know about the. Well, we used to have a mine, not far from here. It's long gone, but they wanted to poke around it, excavate, see if they could get any anything interesting. I don't know what they consider interesting.
Right.
Their cards just had funny symbols on them.
Right.
But yeah, but just the other day, some of the locals who they hired to work at that site,
Mm-hmm.
people say they vanished.
Oh.
But they're not saying that. They say, things are fine. They got their work done, and with their payout, they decided to leave town.
Right.
My cousin was one of them. I think he would have told us if he was leaving town.
Yeah. And I mean, pick up a cell phone, right? If your family's calling you. That does
Something like
sound
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many days ago was that?
Oh, 2 days ago.
Oh, well, you know, well, that's too bad. But I mean, if we hear anything, we'll let you know for sure. How many folks were helping them out?
Uh, some of the younger ones looking for work. There's not lots around here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And they were all working at the mine, then you said.
They're poking around it. Yeah.
And are the guys in town? Are they? Would they be at that same motel you mentioned to us, or did they get their own
Oh, I don't
spot?
know. They might not even be staying here.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a lot of helicopters kind of go back and forth.
Right.
So they
Ah,
might be nearby, and
yeah, a university with helicopter money. Yeah.
I I bet it's the government.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Then yeah, that's the kind of the biggest bit.
Yeah.
Except for Eloise, Dusty.
Hmm.
She said she's been an absolute wreck. She said she saw men with no faces near the old railroad. I figured it was the heat getting to her that day, but just last night she came in here all jittery and muttering about shadows moving wrong, and I was
Oh no.
gonna call the doc, but she left, and then that sandstorm started up, and
Yeah.
didn't know where she was, and the doctor is soon wasn't gonna come out here then. So
Hmm. Yeah. Well, is she normally a skittish type? Seeing things, that sort of thing, or is she? Is
nah,
this unusual?
she's a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a bit weird. Come to think of it, she's not the one to get caught up on the drugs or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's always hard when a friend's going through something.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we'll probably head towards that motel then. Get ourselves a place to stay.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good.
Hey, thanks for chatting with us. You guys are real friendly here.
Oh yeah, no, we oh we you know not many people come here. We like to
Yeah.
welcome them when they do, and the jukebox skips and turns into some horrible static. You hear from it, Quaderat fient canis ermi vigilas. Do your characters speak Latin?
Nope.
I don't have the language. I'm not sure if occult gives you a little bit of a
You might
Latin
think it's Latin then.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give you any.
Okay. I'll just kind of play it cool, but does it sound like she heard something too, or is she just kind of used to it skipping?
No, she doesn't seem to have registered it. No one seems to. It is just emitting pure static at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
And as the jukebox is staticky and mutters those strange words, the door opens again, and a newcomer enters. The two of you may or may not, or the three of you may have met before, or not. Why don't we decide that now? You are seasoned agents in the secret world. There's certainly the possibility you've come across each other before. Why don't we say yes, and then we can decide, we can allude
How?
I'll say yeah.
to
Yeah,
events.
because you're not a Templar, right? You're
No, he's Illuminati.
Illuminati, yeah. Okay.
Okay. He enters. The two of them just finished talking with the waitress of Maggie's diner, and the jukebox, which you would have heard it just as you were getting in, which was playing a slightly distorted Elvis tune, has switched into just unpleasant static. And has continued to do so. Other things for Matthias. Matthias or Matthias?
Nice.
Matthias. As you were exiting the Agartha portal into this general area, you had a momentary vision, and it went something like this. The world distorted. Heat waves on the road sort of sharpened into fractal patterns, and the sky darkened. It cracked open, and an inkiness started to bleed down from it towards the ground. Very reminiscent of the filth. A figure in the distance, but in one of those weird states where you feel you can see them perfectly, even though physically they're very far away, holds up a mask to its face, and it begins as a human, an unremarkable figure, and then it shifts to a coyote, and then it shifts to your face. And then the vision passes, and you're back out on the road. It's too early for it to be heat stroke. So,
Yep.
Definitely something different that occurred. Okay, so the four of you, there's four of you. I looked and saw four people. The three of you are now in the diner, having noticed each other. Now you know Jaden and David to be Templar agents, and you come across Matthias, who is an Illuminatus. Do you want to let us know a little bit about Matthias for the audience?
Matthias. Average looking almost. Today, if you've ever seen Matthias, you just know, oh, the black shirt, the black pants, black shoes. Oh, that's fine. Oh, no, that was sunglasses. Oh, God, that watch. It's him again. We might die. We might die. I don't know. But today, Matthias is wearing a floral Hawaiian shirt. He looks like he just got off of vacation, whatever that is for the Illuminati. He has the um, Eye of Providence chain on. Doesn't try to hide it. In fact, he's not hiding his affiliation at all.
That is David.
Yeah. David's wearing like full Templar.
Yeah.
I'm in an ivory white trench coat with red accents.
Pretty much, Matthias is one part customer service that you never want to meet, and the other part is like people go missing. People will go missing when Matthias is around. And usually when he's by himself, that's when you know, like, oh, the Illuminati just does not care at all about what happens. They're just they're sending one of their big ringers. Nice. He just shows up. If he sees them, he's just going to wave. He go, hi, oh my God, it's the Templar brothers, cousins. Looking through the notes. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry.
It's David and Jaden. I'm David.
Right,
and Rob
D and J. Oh my, DJ, it's so great to see you, both of you. You guys are my favorite Templars. How are you doing?
No, we're doing all right. New to town, just getting the lay of the land. How about you?
Really? Same thing. Well, I'm here on business. I want to make sure that everything was going well. I heard there's a little bit of a kerfuffle and some confusion. And I just wanted to make sure it was all straightened out, that's all.
Yeah, we were just hearing about some confusions and some problems that Maggie was telling us about. We were just telling her that we're here for the corporate retreat out in the desert, you know, one of those team building things. But she was telling us about a couple things that were going on around town that were a little on the odd side, you know.
That is so amazing. I am here for the same thing. You know what? How about you fine gentlemen show me around, escort me around. We can just have a little fun, figure out this whole situation, and then we can go on our business afterwards, right?
All right. We were just about to head out to the towards the hotel or motel that's in town.
Wonderful. That is so great. And he sees like there's a coffee. Someone has like ordered coffee, like a very bigger dude has ordered coffee. The man is probably going to go get said drink. Matthias just kind of just grabs the cup and just takes it down. Anyways, while you guys were dealing with that, what else have you guys been up to? Little Birdie has been telling me a few things.
Yeah, we've been keeping busy. Just this and that. We're new here, but there's always work to be done. How about you?
You know what? I just got into town. You know how bees are. It's kind of going through one portal and another.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's head towards the motel, and I'll tell you all about what we're thinking of looking into.
Groovy, awesome. It takes down the cup, puts the empty cup right back beside this poor gentleman, and keep on moving.
All right, and I'll make sure that when we pay for our stuff, I leave Maggie a good tip. So.
Yep. Definitely leave a generous tip.
As you put down the payment, she looks down at it and looks up. And you notice that her knuckles have gone white. And she's gripping the counter very firmly. Oh, that's generous of you.
You okay?
And you see black veins forming on her hands. And she smiles, but her face cracks into an inhuman grin, too wide for her mouth. The elderly men in the booth arguing over the checkers game start muttering something. You can't jump like that. And black ichor just starts bubbling out of their mouths. One of them, his jaw just unhinges, and dark writhing tendrils come from it. The other one's arms elongate, dripping filth from it, and Maggie's eyes become pits of tar. Okay, we have a combat situation with the filth. Or
Gotcha.
filth-ridden humans. So, let's start, and we will do initiative. So I have a deck of cards generator here. I'll just pull for everybody and then let you know. So, Rob has an ace of spades. Wait, hold on. I didn't shuffle this. The two of spades was next, so that definitely wasn't random. Okay, Rob is the king of clubs. Ray, you have the nine of spades. Crow, you have the king of spades. And then the baddies have the three of spades. So, looks like you guys are going to go first this round. And I think spades goes before the other ones.
Yes.
So that means Crow, you get the first action.
Let's see. At first, Matthias is reaching for something, and then he just pulls his hand back. He's just like, let's not do that right now. He's looking all over the place, and I think, he might go for, you know what? He's going to go for electrical storm.
Okay.
He's going to go for that elementalism conduit.
Nice. All right. So let's grab that from your. Actually, hold on. I have it elsewhere.
I don't think I sent the updated sheet. I think that got mixed up in confusion, but
no worries. I've got conduit cards here. So elementalism.
yeah.
Okay, and electrical storm. So the havoc power.
Havoc's of power.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2 power points and ranges smarts, which I imagine is close enough in the diner. Chaos and mischief for all those within the area of effect. Okay. Do you want to do the cone template emanating from you or the blast template?
Blast template.
Okay. Maggie's on the other side of you, and the other guys are on this side of you. So if you want to get more of them, the two old guys are probably the ones you get together without getting all of you at the same time.
Okay, so you know what? I'll reach out to the two guys. You know what? It just feels gauche to like hit Maggie. I don't know Maggie too well, so I'm just gonna go for the other two.
All right. Okay. Strength rolls from each of
Oh.
them.
For one extra power point too, you can be selective, right? With your magic. Is that
true?
With the basic Savage World rules?
Yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, it's selected for +1.
So go ahead and.
Okay.
Do you want to make?
If you want, I'm just throwing that out there because we're all new to Savage Worlds, or some of you guys are way
Right.
more experienced than we are.
Okay, you know what? I'll do that. I'll spend a PowerPoint, extra PowerPoint to do that.
All right.
All right, and I'm rolling smarts. Anything else along with this?
It's you're rolling focus, not smart.
Focus. The
Focus.
range of smarts.
Ah.
Sorry.
Range of smarts.
Yeah, you're rolling focus.
Thank you.
And your wild die.
And the wild die, yeah.
Yep, always a white dice.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. Don't roll low for me, please. Nine?
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
That's a raise.
That's a raise. All right. So they have to roll their strength at -2 because you got a raise. Okay, one of them, that would be Frank. Frank and Earl. Frank does resist it, but Earl gets tossed. Oh boy. Almost to the far end of the diner. Oh no, it's a last one. So, away into the window. So I think 2d4 damage. Okay.
And just for a visual with the audience, it just looks like he's like trying to fiddle with his rings, and he's just, I know how to do this. This hasn't been that long, and he just like snaps his fingers. There's like a spark off the rings, and the blast shoots off.
Nice.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. Alright. 7, 2, no, okay. So, it blasts Earl through the window, which shatters, and he thumps to the ground outside somehow. Then Maggie has to make her roll. And she succeeds as well. So, poor Earl is chucked out of the diner, but the other two stand their ground. So, Rob.
All right. Well, not sure I'm liking the fact that didn't take out more people with a raise. I'm going to actually go defensive this round, and I'm going to use Shell Game and using my Chaos Magic. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if I want to pull out my gun just yet. And so that's the deflection power, as by sheer coincidence we can avoid attacks. It's two power points, and I'm going to spend 2 extra, so 4 total, so that I can actually share it with my friends, so that we'll all get the deflection power. And let's see how I do. Oh, jeez. These low dice, I swear, like I never want a D8 in anything because my D8s never roll well, but my D6s roll like crazy.
It's one of those hilarious things, right? Like it's like you just feel like your D6s roll better so often.
Yeah, but that's a 10.
Okay.
So that means that we get the -2 for both melee and ranged attacks. Mm-hmm. So they'll have a harder time hitting us this round.
Okay. And so you spent the 2 extra too.
Yeah. Right. So now it's 13 power points base, right? So that means I'm down to 8 total because I spent 1 before. But I'll give deflection to all 3 of us. And I also, because of my Chaos Magic Specialist, I'll get an extra point of armor for this next round.
Nice. Okay. Ray, what's David doing?
Okay. First, I'm gonna use provoke to talk to all three of them. I'm gonna say something on the lines of, "We all know the Flying King variant is the best version of checkers."
All right. I mean, Earl's out of the
It's a
window, but yeah.
yeah. It's a medium blast radius, so hit the other two.
All right.
Exploding 6, 8. So I rolled an 8. It's an opposed roll to test.
Okay.
Against my taunt.
What's it
I
opposed
guess
to?
it's smart. He's got smarts.
Smarts. Thank you.
Smarts.
Okay. Well.
And they're all distracted by Havoc. So they're all -2 to auto rolls.
Oh, they're minus 2 to both to all the rolls? Okay.
Yeah, because of the Havoc.
Yeah, neither one of them succeeds.
Okay, so I'm going to choose to make them vulnerable because they were distracted.
Mm-hmm.
And if they attack anyone but me, they get another further -2 to their rolls.
Okay. Nice.
And I think something happens on a raise as well. I'm trying to find out right now.
What's that?
I'm trying to see if more happens on a raise.
Okay.
Oh, they're also all shaken.
They're also shaken?
They're also shaken on a raise.
Nice.
The raise. Let me. Okay. Right. So they can be shaken. All right. Okay.
And I say, how much do we want to damage these people? As I grab my hammer from my duffel bag.
Well, how well do you know these people? I just kind of figured they were collateral assets.
Yeah, but I mean, are they? Is it kind of common knowledge when they get taken like this? Like, are they done, or is it the kind of thing where if we take them alive, this will pass?
I always took it as, well, from playing the game, I always took it as they're done. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a cure.
Okay. That's my main thing, because it's like, okay, is this like, if we use non-lethal, do they wake up with a hangover, or are they now like tainted for good, and now it's time for cleansing?
Yes.
Okay. Cleanse it is.
Okay.
So
I
will.
Oh.
Well, that I'm also attacking.
Right. Okay.
This is, I take my hammer and I smash one of them. I rolled a 4. +2 for them being vulnerable. +2 for my tricky fighter. So that's an 8.
Okay, that'll hit.
Against Maggie, since she's there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that hits with a raise.
So 5, 10, 15, 17 damage to her.
Okay.
As I take out a big hammer and smash her upside the head.
All right. Well, it hits her, and it just like crushes her head. The filth then just bursts out of her as her form just disintegrates in the face of it. It explodes in a burst of viscous fluid, and then her body dissolves into a pool of bubbling filth. Because you're next to her, can you make an evasion roll, please?
It's athletics.
Yeah.
5.
Okay, so you succeeded. Okay, so you are able to dodge the burst of innards that comes out, but it is sitting on the floor, bubbling and doing its thing. Okay, so Frank is there, and he gets to. No, he is still under the effect of provoke.
Well, he's shaken. And he's shaken.
Right. Hold on a second.
So spirit roll for shaken first.
Yep. Oh, that was what I was rolling. Anyway, he's still shaking. So he's sitting there or standing there, elongated arms, sort of reaching towards the three of you, but in a very cautious manner.
But the distracted and the vulnerable ends at the end of their turn. But the provoke only ends if someone else provokes them, or Droku gets drawn, or the encounter ends.
Okay. All right. That's the end of that round. Let's shuffle these up. And we'll go reverse order this time. Crow, you're the ace of clubs. Ray, you're the nine of diamonds. Rob, you're the five of clubs. And they are the seven of diamonds.
Okay.
So, Crow, you're up.
Let me see, because are these like the usual usual creatures we kind of fight and deal with on a regular, or is this like a new condition, like a new virus or a new possession?
No, they seem to be pretty standardy filth humans. So
Kind of disappointed, but sure.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of weird stuff that you haven't encountered.
Right. You know what? Why do something different when you've already did the thing the first time? Another electrical storm, just shooting back.
Frank in this case.
Yeah, Frank in this case.
He's
Frank is not getting hit because that's 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, vulnerable and what other effects?
Say that one more time.
Well, Ray
It ends at the end of their turn.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Right,
maybe
so,
just still shaken unless they succeed in the shaken.
Right.
Roll.
So the two won't be
Yeah.
enough. Okay. Then Ray.
I thought Rob.
No,
Jaden
I'm.
gets to go.
No,
Right, me. Right. Yeah. So I will go after the go after what's Frank? He's the one that's left.
Yeah.
I will take I guess I'll be next to Maggie, so I'll take the one of the things at the host table, just throw at him to distract him, and then charge at him.
All right. Smashy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing a test, even though that would only be a test. Well, I exploded on both of them, so 16. That's the 23 or 9. 23. I think I hit it for raise.
Yeah.
It was a raise.
Roll damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rolling damage now.
It's almost unsatisfying that you only get to one extra damage dice on a raise.
Right. Yeah. That's only 7 damage.
That's enough to get through.
Yeah, he's still shaking too, so.
Right. So make an evasion roll.
5, yeah.
What's that?
5.
Oh, okay. You pass. So you avoid. You're able to step aside as he also bursts outwards, and the filth goes everywhere. Okay. Well, you haven't heard anything from Earl since he got thrown through the window.
Okay.
And no one else seems to be turning on you.
Well, what happened to the cook?
Yeah,
I want to take a peek back there to see what is he still back there? Is he cowering? Is there an extra filth back there?
So popping behind there, he's nowhere to be seen, but the walk-in fridge has a stick coming out of the door clearly holding it open.
Right. Okay. I will say to the other two, we got one more back here, but I don't know if they've turned or not. I'm gonna go look into it, and I will draw my gun and I want to kind of stay, you know, sideways to the door, so I'm not giving it like a big target, and like peek into the door to see if I can see someone in there.
Yep. You can see Sonny at the back of the middle of the fridge or so, and he's doing this, and the 3 of them, and then Maggie and the others changed. I got out of there. I think I'm safe. I'll let them handle it.
All right. I will point my gun at him and say, "Hang up now."
What's everyone else doing?
Okay.
Oh,
are we still in initiative? Because I may have overstepped. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Sorry.
Oh, I'm definitely following him to the freezer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just leaning in, kind of almost creepily with like a wide smile. Just, hi, friend.
Over his shoulder, he's got the gun pointed at him. Oh shit! Nope. He hangs up on the phone, puts it in his apron pocket. Hey, I'm not one of them. You can see, nothing, no like icky stuff coming out of me.
But you know who they were. You know what they were, what they became.
Hey, I just make food back here.
Right. Who are you calling?
My mother? In case I didn't come back.
Right.
Well, how about you call her? I would like to speak to her.
Yeah.
She's busy. She had to go to bingo.
So I have the cold read power, or edge. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I want to size this guy up as an edge. So basically, I can make a notice roll or a persuasion roll, and on a success, I can learn one of the target's hindrances or edges of the GM's choice, and on a raise, I can learn 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cold read this guy. Just double check and make sure I'm getting my so that's a 5.
Okay, so just a hindrance or an edge?
Yes.
And that's my choice?
Yes.
Okay. As a hindrance, he is greedy.
Okay. And then I'll just say I'm going to need to see that phone now. So I still got the gun on him, but I hold my hand out so that expecting him to hand me his phone.
No, I can't do that. It's my phone.
I have a gun.
You wouldn't shoot me.
Yeah, but I would pistol whip you a bunch of times.
And I peek in and I smile and go with my hammer full of stuff, going, I have no problem smashing some kneecaps though.
Okay,
Don't-
here. Oh.
You don't have to worry about me. I don't like smashing and getting my hands dirty that way. But I would love to meet your mother.
Okay, here's the phone.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at who he called last.
Ooh, well, yes. So, as soon as you pick up the phone, you notice it has it's embossed with a particular symbol
Mm-hmm.
of Orochi.
Right.
And the last number he called is just listed as 1.
And does this phone have a PIN number or a facial unlock? Like, if I keep this phone, can I unlock it, or do I need like him to unlock it?
You might need him.
Okay, might be facial there.
Or something. But
Yeah.
if it is an Orochi phone, then they've probably got pretty heavy security on it.
Right. Well, well, well. Working for Orochi.
Here, what I am going to do is I'm going to take a picture of this guy and send it to our operatives.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, can I get your first and last name, friend?
Sanderson Brick.
Send that text back to main house.
Mm-hmm.
This is a name he calls himself. Can you give me information? He's an Orochi operative. Can you give me some information about him? Please and thank you. Thanks.
We'll look into it. What am I? Look, I'm just an independent contractor. They wanted locals. I contacted them. They hired me to stand here and tell them who came into town.
And you were a local?
Yeah. Born and raised. I didn't know they were going to change. But I know what it is.
Well, do tell. What is it then?
Oh, it's that stuff that takes someone over and mutates them. Right?
Do you know if that's what happened to the other people that went down to the mine?
No, they didn't tell me anything about the mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm as clueless as anybody.
Does it seem like there's something else he's not telling us?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, when did Orochi first approach you? How long ago?
Couple months.
Okay. So they've been out here for a while then. When did they first roll into town?
A month ago.
And are they mostly dealing with the mine?
As far as I know, but I don't know anything about it. I just know what they told me to do.
Right. What about that, talking about the people at the old railway station? Have you sent anyone that way? Do you know anything that's happening at the old railway station?
No, I haven't. I don't know anything about that.
All right. Well, how do you unlock your phone here? Is there a password?
Yeah.
What is it?
4444.
Right. Nice. Well, I'll look to my other two friends. Do we believe him that he wasn't involved in getting his friends killed?
I shrug.
Huh. He's just gonna lean into this contractor.
Mm-hmm.
You said your name was Xander, correct?
Sanderson.
Sanderson. Awesome. Lovely name. See, these guys, they're more of the like holy, um, kind type. Me, not so much. Hi, I know present, pleasant smile and everything. If you're lying to me, not only will I be visiting your mother, I'll be visiting your cousins, your future grandkids, if you are going to have any, your wife, your um, sixth cousin twice removed, and I will have every single one of them marked on the on the terrorist watch list. Just amazingly. And you, as an Orochi agent, should know what happens to those who get put on that list, right?
I got an idea.
Right. So you're going to help us with any other information that we might have. You're going to send us all of your contractual obligations and other information you have with the Orochis. Now,
Okay. Now.
like right now, you have 10 seconds to go figure that out.
Oh. Okay. Uh, I'm really cold in here. Do you mind if I...
He just steps aside.
Yeah, we'll let him out.
Alright, so he
I'll put my gun away too.
gets on the phone. He hits the dial, he's holding it up. And he wanders into the... Well, unless you stop him, he wanders into the front dining area.
Well, I want to keep close to him because I want to try to hear what's going on with that phone. Like, I don't want to be able to whisper anything.
Right.
But I won't stop him from wandering.
It's still ringing. And then you hear the rumble of a vehicle engine.
Right.
And a screech of tires.
I'll duck.
Anyone else out there with him also ducking?
I didn't even bother them out. I'm checking my trench coat for stains.
Got it.
I'm going to stay off to the corner where both of us, me and our good friend Sanderson, can make eye level. Still menacing, it's with that smile and staring dead daggers into his eyes like, don't fuck this up.
Yeah, okay. And he turns with his facing you, his back to the window, and then you hear a screech, and then all of a sudden, it's hard to describe how chaotic it is, because it isn't like mass chaos, but one of the walls explodes, scattering debris everywhere as a truck smashes through the wall and window. It's a pickup, and unfortunately it hits Sanderson, who gets tossed across the room.
Yeah.
Doesn't move right away, and a woman with a faded kind of sheriff's jacket on and holding a sawed-off shotgun sort of collapses out of the front seat to the floor. They took him. The devil's table. They're there. And then she pitches forward, flat on her face. And I think I would like to take a pause on the session there.
Okay.
Only for my own mental energy at this time of day.
Okay.
So, that was our first session of Wicked Masks for the Secret World RPG from Star Angel Studios using the Savage Worlds rules. We did not get the chance to meet Crow beforehand at the start, so Crow, we did a little hello and this is my experience with the Secret World. Do you want to
Sure. Hello. Hi, I'm Crow. I've played both iterations of the Secret World, so the original Secret World and also the Secret World Legends, which is not a reboot, but like a mechanics
Revamp, kind of.
free to play something. When it came back in, and I was told that there was a TCRPG for this, so I was just like, yes, I'm going to get on that as soon as possible. I played both as a Templar and also as a Illuminati, and did a little bit of Dragon. So I did all three factions, and I've done, I think, all the way up to Japan in the story. It's been a
Nice.
while. It's been a while since I last played.
Oh, so we
Nice.
got a good range of experience here. So we'll get um, a nice number of perspectives on how it plays, and because if it feels secret worldy or whatnot. So um, awesome. So the next session they will get the chance to find out who just fell out of the truck and is Sonny still alive. So we'll just do a quick outro if you want to say your name and who you were playing
Yeah.
and any pertinent details about them. Crow, do you want to start?
Sure. Hi, I'm Crow. I played Matthias Cross, uh, puppet master, mage, all around a horrible person to be around of the Illuminati. And I can't wait to continue playing with these guys.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. I'm very excited by this dynamic. Okay, Ray.
I am Ray. I play David Graham, who's a Templar Demolisher. And I'm the big guns that people call in when they need things to go smash.
Nice. All right, and Rob.
Hey, I'm Rob Fisher. I play Jaden Smalls. I'm a trickster Templar who is a private investigator, and I'm the guy that figures out what the Demolisher needs to smash.
Excellent. Okay, and I am Simon. I am the game master and the cowering NPCs and cackling NPCs and the regular NPCs um, and all of that stuff. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, follow the channel, turn on notifications for when anything else pops up on there, and leave comments below because it's fun to interact with people who have watched this and hopefully enjoyed it. So, until next time, dark days are coming, sweetlings. Be good to each other.